I'm Daniel Jesse. Welcome to my life. It's January 3rd, 2019. It's 3:18 a.m. It's 18 degrees outside, and I'm heading to work. It's 3:21 a.m. My alarm went off at 2:30 a.m. This is my first video in the first of the year, 2019. So forgive me if I sound or look like a dumbass, but the goal is to let you ride along, follow along with me as I try to do some cool shit in life. That I'm working on a documentary called The Price of Silver. It's about Silver City, Utah. Silver City, Utah is a ghost town. It was abandoned in about 1930. My great-grandparents from both sides of my family have strong ties to Silver City, and so I guess you could say that's where I get my connection to the area. So I'm making a documentary about the city, the people, the area, everything about it. On my way to my day job, I guess you could say it's the job that supports my real job. My real job is I'm a writer, a producer, and a musician. I'm the drummer for a Metal Edge Assassin team out of Salt Lake City, Utah. We have a documentary out on Amazon Prime about the creation of our latest EP that was released a year ago yesterday, actually, and I'll have links to all this stuff in the description box. Probably introduce myself a little bit more. Like I said, my name's Daniel Jesse. I live in Ogden, Utah, which is Weaver County. I work in Salt Lake City, Utah, so I drive about an hour each direction. The idea behind these videos that I'm going to be posting, my goal was to post them 3 times a week. You know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of idea is kind of the goal as it is right now. The idea is to kind of let you follow along with my journey in creating this documentary. The goal of the documentary is to have it premiered at Sundance 2020. The deadline to have it submitted to Sundance, to have it even be considered for 2020, is the end of August. So I have until the end of August to have this thing done, wrapped up, and submitted to Sundance. The worst case scenario is to release it on Amazon Prime, the same way that I did my band's documentary. It's called Metal Edge Assassin Team, A Double Shot of Whiskey. The theme that I wanted to make today's video of is a quote from the movie Up in the Air that stars George Clooney, where he's a person that goes around professionally all over the country and fires people for giant corporations who are laying people off. He's a professional axeman, I guess you could say, firing people.
What do you suggest I tell them?
Perhaps you're underestimating the positive effect that your career transition can have on your children.
The positive effect? I make about 90 grand a year now. Unemployment is what, $250 a week? Is that one of your positive effects? Well, we'll get to be cozier because I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage on my house, so maybe we can move into a nice fucking 1-bedroom apartment somewhere. And I guess without benefits, I'll be able to hold my daughter as she, suffers from her asthma that I won't be able to afford the medication for.
Well, tests have shown that children under moderate trauma have a tendency to apply themselves academically as a method of coping.
That's what my kids will think.
Your children's admiration is important to you?
Yeah, it was.
Well, I doubt they ever admired you, Bob.
So, aren't you supposed to be consoling me?
I'm not a shrink, Bob. I'm a wake-up call. You know why kids love athletes?
I don't know, because they screw lingerie models.
No, that's why we love athletes. Kids love athletes because they follow their dreams.
Well, I can't dunk.
No, but you can cook.
What are you talking about?
Your resume says that you minored in French culinary arts. Most students, they're working the fryer at KFC, but you bust tables at Il Picador to support yourself. And then you get out of college, and you come and you work here. How much did they first pay you to give up on your dreams?
27 grand a year.
And when were you going to stop and come back and do what makes you happy?
Good question.
I see guys who work at the same company for their entire lives, guys exactly like you. They clock in, they clock out, and they never have a moment of happiness. You have an opportunity here, Bob. This is a rebirth. Now, if not for you, do it for your children.
That's the same with me. Is I'm 46 years old. I'm not getting any younger. Working at a job that I really don't like. I work in the paper industry, paper distribution. I took the job because I was in between jobs, and I was helping a friend out in filling a position that he's the manager of the place, and he needed a position filled, so I helped him out and took the position. That was 2 years ago. I didn't intend on being there for much longer than 6 months to a year until I found something better, as it were. So, to ask myself, how much did they first pay you to give up on your dreams? That answer for me would be $14.50 per hour. You're looking at the job sites out there. There's a whole lot of crap out there for $9 an hour. $9 to $13 an hour, and they want a bachelor's or a master's degree, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? The only option I have is to work for myself, to be my own source of income, to have total control over that. A couple of my major philosophies in life are: you can have everything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. I think I heard Jim Rohn say that once a long time ago. I'm not sure if he's the originator of the quote, but nonetheless, that's where I heard it. The other major life philosophy I have is: nothing interesting is ever accomplished by following the rules. That's not breaking the laws. I don't believe in breaking the laws. I kind of like my freedom. But following the rules and breaking the law are two completely different things. Go against the grain, do your own thing. Try not to worry about what other people think. It's time to move on. Time to do what I actually like. Back to the quote of how much did they first pay you to give up on your dreams. Time to stop doing that. Time to start picking up my dreams again and doing what I love, doing what I want to do, which is music and filmmaking. It just comes down to consistently doing something good, doing it consistently, and doing it well. That's what it comes down to. I still do follow, a lot of people's vlogs. Probably my favorite is the Stradman. He's a guy who lives in Utah. His vlog is basically about what it's like, the cost of ownership and everything else, to drive a supercar. His story, though, is what fascinates me. I couldn't care less about the cars. I'm not a car guy at all, so I don't care about the cars. His story is what fascinates me. Is he started out as homeless living in his Audi TT in Beverly Hills, California, filming other people's supercars, with, next to no subscribers. And now his channel, he's up, to about 1.4 million subscribers, and he does exactly what he wants to do when he wants to do it. That's the part that fascinates me. That's what I want. So going back to my film project I'm working right now, The Price of Silver, I submitted a grant application to the Sundance Documentary Fund. That application was submitted just a couple of days ago. We'll have to see what the Sundance Documentary Fund has to say about my grant application. The interesting thing is when I first submitted a grant application based off of some format that I found on the internet. Submitted that to Sundance. They sent it back to me saying it was in the wrong format. It needed to be, in this particular format. They sent me the guidelines for it, the questions that I need to answer in the grant application. And I looked at their format and their questions, and I just like, man, this is some bullshit. I hated it. I'm like, man, I don't want to answer these questions. I'm not like, Mr. Jerry Bruckheimer filmmaker. I'm just a no-name filmmaker guy no one's heard of. I don't have any real credibility yet in the industry. Done a few tiny projects for local rock bands in Salt Lake, but no real actual credibility. And so filling out these questions in their grant application is just really frustrated, but nonetheless I buckled down, answered the questions to the best of my ability, the best of my knowledge. It took me probably about a week or so to fill it out, to where I feel like I could submit it. And at the end of that process, looking back on it and reading through the application, I was actually really glad that I did fill out their application and answered the questions that they had. It's not so much about, am I going to get this grant or whatever, I don't know if I will, whatever, we'll have to see what happens. But the process itself is what was the valuable aspect of that. It was, going through the process of answering those questions helped me get a lot more focus on the project and kind of get things nailed down with a little bit more perspective, to be able to have a tighter script, a tighter outline, to be able to put out the best product that I possibly can. So yeah, I'm glad that I did that. The process is probably more important than the actual content. I submitted a press release. Had a press release released yesterday, January 2nd, regarding the crowdfunding efforts for The Price of Silver on Indiegogo. Again, it's not so much about raising the money per se. The money would be nice, the money would be helpful in moving this project along, but the goal about submitting these press releases is again to keep the title in the public consciousness. Yeah, it really is just my goal. I'm super motivated to start this year off right, get things going, get things done. The only way things get done is by doing things, by taking action, not by thinking about them per se. Thought, positive thought processes, positive thought trajectories are really important. But when it comes down to it, nothing gets done until you actually get your ass up off the couch, turn the TV off, and start doing shit. You don't need to have the entire plan in front of you. You don't need to have, the project completed per se. You just have to have a goal. You have to have a decent idea of what you want the outcome to be like. But once you start taking action on those things, once you start physically doing things, which includes talking to people, messaging people, just putting feelers out there, which is what I did. I just started just talking about it and asking people questions about it. And what happens is things just start happening. Things start falling in place. I was put in contact with the mayor of Eureka, Utah, which is a city kind of next door to where Silver City is, and has a lot of information about Silver City and its history. So I was put in contact with Nick Castleton, the mayor of Eureka, and he's totally on board with working on this project with me. And before I started actually physically doing things, I had no idea who Nick was or how to contact him. So it's not about having everything done before you begin. It's about just doing something, just small things. Just any action is better than no action. All right, just getting off work. It's 1:06 p.m. and it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Leaving work, and I'm on my way to my son's work to drop off his Christmas present because he wasn't able to get by my house for Christmas, so I'm gonna bring his Christmas present to him a bit late. It's all good. It's always good visiting with him. The theme of the day is how much did they first pay you to give up on your dreams? For me, $14.50 an hour is my motivation, my goal for 2019 is to pick those dreams back up, make them a reality, and get moving on with life. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I plan to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Make sure you like the content. Forward it to anybody you think would enjoy watching this series. Definitely welcome all your comments, positive, negative, whatever. Welcome it all. And with that, I'll see you guys in a couple days. Take care.